You're welcome to the Linux Fundamentals course here with from Cloud Academy. Whether you're joining me from Bamenda, Kigali, Lagos, Accra, or anywhere around the world, congratulations. You have made a decision that separates the learners who finish from the ones who don't. You have showed up. This is going to be Model 0, the welcome and overview model. We're not going to touch the terminal. We're going to set the rules, but I want to start first by setting the expectations. This course is going to cover over 13 modules, 370 plus slides, 104 quiz questions, and over 13 plus hands-on labs. By the time you wrap up this course, you will have equally completed the requirements of the LPI Linux Essentials certification. You will have also deployed a live server that is accessible to anyone around the world over the internet. So that is the destination. So take a deep breath with me and let's get started. I am Fomi Bachi Europe. You can find me on LinkedIn as Mbanjikango. I have 5 plus years as a Linux administrator at Verizon GmbH in Germany, Red Hat certified administrator since 2015, 11-time AWS certified, AWS authorized instructor alumnus, and a former IBM Kindle Germany engineer. I'm author of the book Linux Fundamentals for Cloud Learners, the first in a series of 3 books. I bring production ready skills to this course as I've debugged Linux servers at 2 a.m. so you don't have to learn the hard way. My promise to you is simple. No question is too basic. We learn by doing, not just watching. I will always explain why before how. Every concept will connect to a real cloud job and you will deploy a live server by Module 9. This course was designed specifically for learners in Rwanda, Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, but anyone anywhere can succeed in it. The analogies use what you already know. MTN Momo, Kimoronko Market, University Computer Labs, the cyber cafe down the road, the bus station controller at Nyamogogo or My 17. Linux concepts through your world, not Silicon Valleys. Before we look at models and exams, the most important question, why are we here? Why Linux? Why now? Why you? Linux isn't a niche skill, it is the invisible foundation of the modern world. Look at the numbers. 90% of the world's cloud infrastructure runs on Linux. AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Every Android phone in your pocket runs a Linux kernel. That's 3 billion plus devices. The top 500 supercomputers in the world are 100% Linux. Netflix, Facebook, Google, Amazon are all powered by Linux servers. And it's not just a Western story. M-Pesa in Kenya, MTN Momo across Central Africa, Jumai, Flutterwave, Paystack, Andela, every transaction touches a Linux box. When you learn Linux, you are learning the language of African tech infrastructure. Quick reality check on jobs. Linux skills sit in the top 5 most demanded tech skills globally, and Linux administrators in Africa typically earn 2 to 3 times the average salary. So, fundamental skills in Linux are essential to be successful in IT and cloud computing. Gaining these skills set you apart from others without it. Let me make this concrete in your head. Answer yes or no. Did you use Momo, M-Pesa, Wave, or Orange Money this week? Did you buy airtime online? Did you open Jumai or Konga? Did you scroll WhatsApp status today? If you answered yes to any of those, you used a Linux server today. You are already a Linux user. Today we just make it official. Here's the full journey at a glance. 4 phases, 13 modules, 1 outcome. Phase 1, Foundation, modules 1 to 4. We start from absolute zero. What is a computer? What is an operating system? What is Linux? How do I navigate the file system? In phase 2, the core skills, modules 5 to 8. Files, users, permissions, processes, text editors. These are the daily work of a Linux admin. Phase 3, we do real deployment. That's module 9. The capstone, you will be able to deploy a real web server on our AWS EC2 that anyone in the world can visit. It's not going to be a sandbox or some kind of simulation. It's going to have a real public IP. In phase 4, the LPI prep models 10 to 13, we will treat open source licensing, grep and regex, shared scripting, networking, and by the end, you'll be ready for the LPI Linux Essentials exam. Look at this slide one more time and notice every phase ends with you having a new superpower. Here's the full course map. You can ignore the numbers in the right column for now. Those are LPI exams mappings we'll return to when you are studying for the certification. 13 modules, each one mapped directly to topics on the LPI Essentials exams. Notice the right-hand column. Every module pulls its weight on the certification. That's why we don't skip. Module 7 will use Module 4. Module 9 uses everything before it. We go in order. If you are tempted to jump ahead because you already know files, resist. The muscle memory we build early is what carries you through Module 13. One more thing, look at how Module 9 sits almost right in the middle. That's intentional. Halfway through this course, you will have already deployed a live cloud server. You will not finish the course wondering, can I really do this? You will know. Let's talk about the certification. LPI Linux Essential Exam Code 010160 is internationally recognized. 40 multiple choice questions, 60 minutes, 5 topics, no prerequisites. The course covers 100% of the exam blueprint, plus 104 quiz questions across the modules, 65 knowledge checks, and 39 LPI style practice questions. Every module ends with exam style questions, so you are constantly preparing. The exam domains are Linux community and a career in open source, finding your way on a Linux system, the power of the command line, the Linux operating system, and security and file permissions. Be honest with yourself though, the certificate opens the door, but it's hands on practice that lets you walk through it. Recruiters will scan for the certification. Your future colleagues will judge you on whether you can fix a broken server at 3 a.m. We train you for both. The exam costs about 120 US dollars and can be taken online from Kigali, Lagos, Accra, or Douala, or anywhere around the world. No testing center is required, although I always recommend that any new students, especially new in IT, should always go and do the test at the testing center. Students ask whether your school or program covers fees. With Cloud gives you a course completion certificate. LPI is a separate international exam you register for at lpi.org. This course prepares you for it, but the exam itself is on you to sit. How does a typical week in this course actually work? 5 steps. Every module, no exceptions. Step 1. Watch and read. Each module is 25 to 33 slides with explanations, terminal demos, and African analogies. Step 2. Type every command. This is the rule. You learn Linux by doing, not by reading. No copy paste until you typed it once. In step 3, take the quizzes. 5 knowledge checks plus 3 LPI practice questions per module. Honest scoring. Step 4, ask questions. Use the Discord channel. Make sure you are in the Cloud server in the Linux channel or the discussion forum. No question is too basic, and help your classmates. When you explain something to someone else, you understand it twice as deeply. Step 5, progress in order, module by module, no skipping. 5 rules that decide whether you become a Linux engineer or just someone who watch videos. 1. Type every command yourself. Reading is 20% retention, typing is 80. Your fingers need to know these commands. 2. Make mistakes on purpose. The best way to learn RM is to delete the wrong file on a lab server. That's what the lab is for. Break things, fix them, learn forever. 3. Ask when you are stuck. Don't suffer in silence for 30 minutes. If you have a question, 5 other students have the same one. Speak up. 4. Go in order. Module 7 uses Module 4. Skipping leads to confusion later. 5. 15 minutes a day beats 5 hours on Saturday. SSH into your server, run one command, read one man page, check one log file daily. Consistency beats intensity every time. I won't lie to you, by Model 2, you'll be staring at something like this. Black screen, white text, a dollar sign blinking at you. If you have never seen a terminal before, this looks intimidating. That's normal. Here's my promise. By Model 2, commands like who am I and ls will feel as natural as opening WhatsApp. By Model 9, the second column on this slide, installing GINGs, starting it as a service, and curling your own server is something you have done with your own hands. By Model 12, the buy script in the third column is yours. You root it. By Model 13, networking commands like IP address and ping read like a text message. Every expert in this room, including me, was once a beginner staring at the same black screen. Not long from now, you will smile remembering today. What you need to succeed comes down to three words, the three C's. Commitment. Decide today, not tomorrow, that you will finish all 13 models. Not I will try, not will see, I will. Consistency. 15 minutes every day. SSH into your server. Type one command, read one man page. Daily habit beats weekend marathons. Constant practice. Linux is learned by doing. Type every command, break things, fix them. That's how every engineer in the world builds their craft. You bring the three C's, with on cloud will do the rest. Our mission is simple: demystify IT and cloud computing and making it accessible to everyone. No jargons, no gatekeeping, no computer science degree required. Just clear, practical, hands on learning that takes you from zero to job ready. Now, what you need to set up: a computer with internet, any operating system will do, an AWS account. For Windows users, put it client, which is highly recommended. You can see the pre-flight part 1 and part 2 of this model. And curiosity is very important. No prior Linux experience, no programming background, no expensive computer, no IT degree, no money for software. Everything we use is free and open source. If you can use a smartphone, you can learn Linux. You are ready. 13 models from now, you will navigate the Linux file system like a pro, manage users and permissions, deploy a live web server on AWS, write shell script that automate real work, understand networking and DNS, and walk into a LPI Linux Essential exam with confidence. The journey starts with the very next session, Model 001, Introduction to Computers and Operating System. Bring a notebook, bring your question, bring your hands ready to type. As always, let's roll the clouds. Marakosi, Berry. See you in Model 001.